Hello? So, Rev, you just got to wait till 9:30. You just got to wait till 9:30. All right, we got 2 minutes. All right, Rev, I'm just waiting for my green screen to come up. All right, we coming on. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk TV on this Wednesday, February the 4th. The year's gone by so fast. We got a special guest in the house today via the wonders and technology of AOC Community Media and Real Talk Media. But before we start, I wanted to everybody please consider supporting AOC Community Media. That's www.aocinc.org. And if you want to watch it, the /watch, go to that website, or either download the app to your Android, to your Fire TV, to your iOS device. Watch us and take us everywhere. Please consider supporting AOC Community Media. Shout out to Sister Khadijah, Brother Shahid, who have been instrumental all these last almost 30 years for me, and them longer than that being a part of AOC Community. And Today we're going to have one of our guests who's been on AOC Community Media. He should be considered becoming a member. It's time for Reverend Brown in his retirement ages, but not, to come out there and do his own show. Man, we're waiting on you. Welcome, the great Reverend Raymond Brown of New Orleans, Louisiana.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm glad to be on your show. It's an honor. Definitely an honor to be on here.
Yes. Reverend Brown, you and I, when we put this show together, we said they got so much going on. And we focus, you and I and others in our circle, we focus on the issues at hand, the factual stuff that's going on. And we have a lot to say about what's going on in the political, because there's a new political dynamics in this world today. You on the ground as a community activist for so many years, through the good, the bad, and the best times, you know what's going on. Tell us your take on what you want to start off with discussing this morning.
Okay, basically, first I gotta say that I want to thank you and AOC for providing this program. Also, your Facebook Live that reaches hundreds and thousands of people across the country listening in. Allowing me to come on and talk about these critical issues. I want to thank Mark Muriel, who in the National Urban League, President and CEO Mark Muriel, for providing many of the resources that I need to be able to move around the country and move around the state and get involved in these issues. You know, with that said, thank you, Brother Jay. You have really been a great leader among us and have provided us with a platform so we can speak truth to power. Because, again, many of us don't have this kind of software and this kind of knowledge. It takes more than just having the software. You got to have the knowledge to put it together.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you, Brother Jay.
Because, you know, I just saw where the great Dr. Neely Fuller passed. He was a mentor to Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, who I've had the chance on almost before she transitioned as to interview her on KJCB 770 AM. And one of the things when we talk offline with Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, she said, no matter what people think of you, continue to fight. And you're using platforms like this, because we were on the radio, regular AM radio at that time, to keep up the people, give them the information. Now, whether or not they agree with us, we all have different ways of approaching the Reverend Brown. But I want to say this. If they got people out there sniping at you because they saying you might be I'm not saying you, but I'm saying a person in general might be an agent. Well, when we see people doing that, they might be the agent themselves. They might be the agent themselves, the agent of destruction of our people, because they don't believe a certain way. If you believe a certain way, go ahead and create your own platform, have your own expression. But I'd be damned if you could come and tell me as a host that I can't say what I want to say. Everybody got the right to say whatever they want. When you know.
That's right.
And I don't think nobody gonna ever shut me up, because we need to ask some people back in the day when they were trying to shut me up on down on KJCB 77. I'm gonna be me no matter what. Now, if you got a platform, you want to have a disagreement, you can come on. But stop acting like the agent that you claiming other people are. Stop acting like that. So that's my
yeah. Well, right. So what I'm saying is that this platform give us an outlet to speak things that ordinarily people would not allow us to do. So that's what we got to look at. Okay. Trying to fix my tie. But anyway, there you go. Now, I think I'm fine anyway. It give us a good outlet. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, and if anyone want to call and have a debate and disagree with us, that's fine. Area code 337-983-6080. And if you still can't get me, go the usual route. Hit me up. I don't entertain the chats I love the chats on social media, but I'm doing this for uh, basic cable TV. We're on basic cable TV in 5 parishes, and that's my audience. That's my audience. So if you want to be part of the social media TikTok crowd, the instant fame crowd, that's on you. But you're free to watch anywhere, you know.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I appreciate you, you know, and this time been acting up, so I'm gonna get it off. I appreciate you. Yeah, you just gotta just take it off.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you bringing me on because it's important that we get the real information out. And what we have today is misinformation, and we are being misinformed on these critical issues. Okay? And I'm going to say this here. We're going to start off. I'll start off by saying this. Okay? Our biggest fight actually is to get us together. That's the biggest one. The second one is to stop Trump from destroying us
Right.
and his cronies.
Right.
This is what we face. We face a situation where our people are not united on one accord because they are being, I won't say hoodwinked and bamboozled by other leaders. And they are being controlled by what other nationalist leaders are saying and community leaders who are acting bougie and siding with the oppressor so bad to, you know what? Let's just get along. Don't say nothing. Can't mention nobody's name. We afraid of reprisal. We cannot be afraid of retribution, or we are not ready for the struggle.
Well, Reverend Brown,
In the struggle,
maybe
there will be retribution.
maybe they love these people right here. Maybe that alternative pretend not to be an agent, not agent, the agent. You know who the agents were? People who selling out the community for the sake of some smoke screen. Maybe they love Elon Musk and that young guy who had access to my mother's Social Security. I'm just using her for example. They are your Social Security number. And from there, what they want to do with those numbers. People should be worrying about that. They wanted that person in office who got these people, give them access to your Social Security numbers, and also to your Social Security payments. Are you worried about that, Reverend Brown? Are you so much?
Okay, so
what's going on?
Yeah, I'm concerned. Number one, they get your Social Security card. They get your Social Security card.
Yeah, that just a
They can
generic
trace your
Social Security number.
They can trace your bank account just to see how much money you got in there.
Or
they can check and see.
They might want this check right
here. or they can see. You know, they want to see how much money you're making. So let's say if you're making so much money, they figure, oh, you know what, that person got $300,000 in the bank. Let's cut them off. They ain't gonna feel nothing. So what I'm trying to say is that you got $100,000 in the bank. You staying with somebody that's rich. Figure, oh, you know what? They being taken care of. Let's eliminate them from the Social Security system, or Medicaid system. So that's what they are doing. Okay, they're going, look, they ain't gonna be able to look over 25, 40 million people, 100 million people on Social Security. They're not gonna be able to go through all that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So that's I'm not, you know, I mean, it'll be years. But let me just say this here. Just the idea of somebody tracking me to see what kind of money I have. I'm going to tell you why he did that. He is targeting black civil rights organizations just to see if they are taking that money and if their name is on the bank account and they the one can go cash them checks, they go and see just how much money they've been cashing checks so they can bring a charge against somebody. It's retribution. That's all it is.
Right.
Trump said he's going after us, and so that's what you see.
And even having access to the payment system to either block someone from getting a payment or block groups from getting payments, or say if you had a home health business, right? And and you're having your Medicaid funding and your other associated funding that comes through Social Security for individuals and paying that agency to take care of your family. What happens when the CNA don't get their money? What happens when they don't get their money? And after a certain amount of time, and they cannot go and take care of the client because the Social Security and the Medicaid portal numbers, Elon Musk chose to say these people didn't support Trump politically, so we're going to have to shut them down. This is what it turned into. This is where you have to be worried. This is where you can't take something as a joke. And when you say, oh, well, the orange man is scaring us. Well, the orange man been proven to be doing some things. So if you want to take a chance and go back to the back of the line, that's on you, my brother. Let me just say this. Go ahead and start all over again. I'm not saying this system is perfect, but as this system exists for me and my elders and for my young grandchildren, I want it to work until we are ready to be in control of things. We're not ready because apparently we divided.
Well, let me just say this here. My big concern, again, is Trump signing this executive order against the DEI, disguising it as a civil rights legislation, and that saying that it is hurting educated people and that people with disabilities and that don't have an education, that don't have knowledge, are getting jobs. So what you see is a system that is trying to put us out of work and put white folks in the positions that blacks and women had. Now, the notion that white women benefited from DEI, I mean, you said, where's the white women protest? We only got 4-5% of the whatever the enjoyment of the program, and now Trump want to take away that, and he have asked for the resignation of everybody, the federal employees, and all I'm saying is that some of those employees might be mega. Well, Trump don't even care about his own supporters.
Yeah, and
but how is he
going? The whole fight is not just on the national level with Trump, and Trump is not the problem. Well, he's not necessarily the problem. He's the conduit for the electorate that elected him. In South Louisiana, where this show originated from, they have a saying on a lot of the media outlets called "Acadiana loves you." Hell to the no, say like deceased Reverend Bowinkle, Bishop Bowinkle. Hell to the no, these Acadiana people, that's spelled with 3 Ks. They don't give a damn about us because they would have never voted for a person like the asshole in the office right now. I'm being blunt. We got to speak in blunt terms. The same way when he sit down and said all of these people from shithole countries came over here, he's referring to Africans. We got to speak in blunt terms. And if the media cuts us off, if the local media cuts us, so be it. We have to continue to fight. We can't worry about, they're going to cut us off the radio or they're going to cut us off the TV. I don't give a damn about that.
You know what?
They cut us off the internet.
Really,
I don't give a damn. But we got to continue to speak out about how we feel about these assholes on the screen right now, trying to cut us our business.
Right. You look at it. Let's look at it. You had black leaders who assumed that making it hard in the black community would somehow unite us, and that the Democratic Party was making us too relaxed and we become complacent. But now they're saying, wait a minute. I made a mistake. They're about to take away my sister Medicaid. They're about to strip my mother from my Medicaid card. and they about to take and close down schools. So let's make it bad for the black man, while white people can live good in America. And guess what? We suffer and become unemployed. And we suffer. We can't get the medical attention we need. But Rizal Islam, you and Dr. Omar Johnson, y'all went out there and y'all fought for Trump to be elected. And you got just what you deserve, a white supremacist. Because guess what? You had Dr. Cornel West in the race. We could have all pulled with him. But no, y'all decided to forget about Cornel West. We going after Kamala. Well, Kamala locked up some brothers. Trump wanted to put us in jail. We were protesting in the streets. He told the police to shoot us. He told them to arrest us and beat us. And he wanted to lock us up 11 years for tearing down Robert E. Lee statue. The Confederacy. But yet you didn't say nothing about that. You did not say a word about the racism that Trump was putting out on black people, how he only had one black cabinet member. When Biden had 3 black cabinet members, he had 1. And guess what? Biden had a host of black people in high positions in the White House and places. This man ain't got no blacks around him. You want your people to suffer calling them bourgeois. Oh, that's just bourgeois up there with those jobs. Don't hand me that. You a bourgeois.
Also, this governor, if you ever check out this governor in Louisiana.
Omar Johnson.
If you check out Jeff Landry, when Jeff Landry has a press conference, Reverend Brown.
Your Uncle Tom. Rizal Islam. Don't tell me about no uncle. They Uncle Tom, they bourgeois, set up there with big bow tie on you, trying to represent Minister Farrakhan. Farrakhan looking at you, saying, wait a minute, he's carrying it too far. Tell the brother to kind of know what's going on behind the scene, because the Muslim brothers in the nation tell me they did not like what Brother Rizal Islam did. They come to me, hey brother, I don't like what he said on that podcast. Talking about the sister like that. He could have said, look, my position is that we don't need none of them. But he gets on that. Well, she did this here, and she did, and she don't know if she black, and all that kind of stuff. You got people in your, right there among you, and I too have loved ones that look white. Well, I guess if they ran for office, they ain't white.
Red. I'm trying to figure what's the end game of those who think like that. I mean, the end game would be, we could be conscious, overly conscious. The end game, well, let the system burn itself down and let's start over. That go unite black people.
That's stupid.
Apparently, that's not happening.
That's ignorant. That's stupid. Jay, that's ignorant, stupid. Many of those don't have a hotel for you to go to. They don't have a school for you to go to, but a little K-12, that's it. Half of them don't own nothing. They don't, you understand what I'm saying? They say all that, and they cannot feed the black community. They don't have farmland. They don't have nothing. Omar Johnson still trying to build a school. He started building 5 years ago. Come on now. It don't take no 5. You're a celebrity. It don't take no 5 years to build no school. Then you're going to say, oh, light-skinned people can't come. I'll go back and get video. Oh, if you're high yellow, light-skinned, you can't come. So tell my people at high yellow, my nephew, who is mixed, you can't come to his school because you got light skin. And then, you understand what I'm saying? All of this, LGBT people can't come here. Well, I mean, unless a person tell you they're gay, how you know? I mean, I would have to walk up to you and say, I want to join your school. I'm LGBTQT. The people can go anywhere they want to go. I'm saying Rizal Islam, Umar Johnson, and the rest. When I say the rest, old crazy woman, that old crazy woman come on there, talking that trash. I can't even say her name right now. But anyway, she just as crazy. This black woman come on there. She talk crazy. I can't even say her name right now. They all coming against the Democrat. Y'all just think y'all gonna get some money from the Republicans. Oh, did you say something bad about Kamala and the Democrats? A rich white man from the Republican and from the right They're going to come sneak y'all a couple of $100,000. Keep up the good work, Negroes. I know what they're waiting on, right? So all I'm saying is that let's just be honest. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Is that you ain't getting nothing from the white man. I know what their game was, Brother Jay. We still on, huh? Okay, I'm going to keep rolling. I know their game. I know their game. They thought that the Republicans going to come to them, Alex Jones, Jesse Lee Peterson, who got Brother Rise of Islam on this. I don't understand why the Nation of Islam let Rise Islam come on a man's show who said we can't live without white people. Y'all nation, y'all should kick him out of y'all organization. I can't hear you, Brother Jay, but I'm going to keep rolling until I can hear you. But Rise of Islam, the Nation of Islam should terminate you. And Mr. Farrakhan should terminate you for you to get that on the show with Jesse Lee Peterson. And he the one said, we can't live without white folks. Come on, Brother Darrell, and many of you, if you can see me or hear me, because you will, get rid of Rise Islam. Omar Johnson, I can't wait till you come somewhere.
All right, Carl.
We're gonna have a
Yes, sir.
I can hear you.
Reverend Brown, we have a caller on the line. Good morning.
All right.
You're doing great.
Yeah, brother. This is Brother Tavares.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Brother Tavares?
Oh man, I'm just proud of favorite. I'm real keyed in on y'all topic this morning, as always.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
let me share something with y'all. This is the point in time in history, in America's history, that we sit back and mind our own black business. Mm-hmm. Because at this point, we've never been really included. Matter of fact, they go to extra step to exclude us from stuff. So taking the DEI away, it's a give or take. I know it's a few people that's going to lose out that look like us, but like the brother said, majority of those DEI hires are now finding out that they MAGA, and they getting fired or quitting just like the rest of everybody else. Here's the thing I don't like.
Right.
The main thing I don't like is that sometimes black folks, we lose focus of everything.
Right.
We lose focus of what's most important. And what's most important is that when America, this nation that we're talking about, when they asked us to step up and vote for Kamala, we did it the way we were supposed to.
Right.
The black men, even except for that 12% of them, I can't call them Uncle Thomas Sambo. That 12% Sambos that voted for Trump, and the 4 or 5% of black women that voted for Trump. As far as us on a grand scale, we did what we were supposed to do.
Right.
And as far as what's gonna happen after that, we can't dictate that. These people are gonna play all kind of games on our top. But here's the thing: Trump is just testing his power. He's gonna do something that he can't take back, and he's gonna end up impeached again.
Right. Right.
And that's not gonna really fix our problem because you got J.D. Vance with their Project 2025 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, the stuff they gonna try to do, they done already did before. So the only thing that we can react with is something that we never, every time America was falling apart, black people came to try to save it.
Right, right.
Every time, whether it was the military, whether it was industrial, whether it was slavery, we built this country. Every time they came to us, and the one time that we said, hey, we would like this instead of this, they just said, oh, whatever.
Yes, sir.
Whatever, we don't care what y'all want. Matter of fact, we gonna give y'all what we want y'all to have.
Right.
And that's
Brother,
It's a bad relationship. When
can you hear me, Jay?
Giving you what you want, what you do.
Jay, can you hear me?
Yeah, well, go ahead, Reverend Brian.
Okay, brother, can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother.
Okay, so my brother, this is the deal, right? You got two sections of different ideology. You have the black nationalist ideology. Let the white man just come in and just ramp it through the masses and treat them bad, and we're gonna pull together, and we're gonna do for self, and we're gonna build our own farmland, we're gonna build our own hotels, and we're gonna build our own supermarkets, and we're gonna have our own dealerships, and we're gonna have this big black world of black ownership. We ain't gotta go to white folks' stores no more. We ain't gotta go to eat white folk fruits and vegetables no more. We're gonna be living together in harmony. That's not realistic on a realistic scale. I hope that could happen. But most black folks right now is leaving their house, going to work for white folks. They go and work for Vietnamese. They go and work for the people who buying up the hotels, which is the people from India. They working for white folks on the riverfront who own the ships and the oil companies and the platforms. Won't you tell those black people, let them lay y'all off, brothers and sisters. We got jobs and education. We got hospitals for y'all to go to. The reality, you don't. Mm-hmm. There's not one major black hotel in the city of New Orleans. There's not one major black college that's owned by black people in the city of New Orleans or in the state. There's nothing, there's no farmland that's owned by black folk in Louisiana. We are starved to death. White people shut down.
Ray,
no, wait a minute.
Ask you a question, Ray.
All right, hold on.
Ray, can you hear?
We are starved to death if white folks shut down their crops in their farmland. Let's start with the basics. Go ahead, brother.
Ray, go ahead, brother Tavares. You got a question.
I want to ask this question. All those things that you named that we don't have, who fault is that?
That's the leaders that came before us. Malcolm, Farrakhan, and everybody who was here before us. Elijah, everybody, Martin Luther King, everybody who came. I'm of the Miller age generation. Me, Jay, and I don't know how old you is, but I'm 64. Those who came before me was Minister Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm, Martin Luther King, and all the rest. They did not produce any kind of hotels, any schools, nothing. The Nation of Islam probably did the most. Wait, let me finish. The Nation of Islam did the most for black people than any other group. Okay? Now, if you want to challenge me on that, we'll get a Nation of Islam on this call, and they'll explain to you that they tried to help the black community.
Okay, let's see, Brother Tavares. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, so first off, with there is a symptom, and then there is the illness. You can't expect to get well treating the symptom. You have to be able to fix the illness. Our illness has been I can't say always will be. I got a little hope. Mm-hmm. When COINTELPRO was introduced to the black community, and they started, all those people you named, they marked those people as enemy of the state. And they made examples out of those black men in order to train the rest of us for generations not to ever try to step up to that plate again and try to do something for black folks on the overall scale. Can you imagine a world where Malcolm X didn't die right there on that stage? Can you imagine a world where Martin didn't die at that hotel? Can you imagine a world where Marcus Garvey, they put fake charges on him and threw him in jail and then deported him?
Brother Tavares, and you make some good points. And before, because our line's starting to light up now, let me ask you a question while we have a call on. How do you feel about Elon Musk? And a lot of our young people look up to him as a person deep into technology, and I'm a tech person myself. How do you feel about him going into the Social Security database and the Social Security payment system and accessing everyone's information, including my mother? I'm just saying.
I never thought I'd say this as a black man, but send his ass back to Africa.
That's a good one. Now, we could all agree on that one.
Send his ass back to Africa.
Send him back.
You know why? You know why he's not in Africa? Because they can't stand his ass there neither.
There you go.
You know why
he's a clown.
His way in this stuff?
Let me jump in.
That's the only way he gonna get in.
Okay, let me jump in there. Okay, the brother made a good point. All I'm saying, brother, is that I was just letting you know that our generation and those who got billionaires and all those people who fronting with their billionaire status.
Yep.
We got, you know, a lot of them. I ain't gonna say their name because I goes around people and I don't want nobody looking at me sideways. But they got millionaires and billionaires, blacks. They don't know where to spend their money and they scared to spend their money. As a matter of fact, they took Wendy Williams money, called her crazy, and they froze it in the bank account and told her, you know what? And they took Bill Cosby money. They told her, you know what? Y'all not going to be able to do nothing for black people. So what I'm saying is that we got to break the chains of letting white folks treat us any kind of way. I'm willing. Reverend Brown, you hear me? Wait, brother. I'm willing. Brother, I'm willing to put my life, listen to me, brother. I'm willing to put my life on the line with you and anybody else to organize our people. I don't mean compromise with the mayors and the governor, be hugging on them. Like, I'm talking about us coming together. But guess what? Every time we come together, I look to the right, they're trying to get in bed with the mayor or the governor. They selling us out with, you know I'm telling the truth, Jay. They start selling us out.
Mayor Cantrell.
They start bucking on
of New Orleans. That's the key word
right there. We got to fight this battle. And look, I work with Mark Muriel. Mark Muriel is not ashamed of me. Civil rights leader was ashamed to bring me on board. They were scared of what I'm going to say. But Mark Muriel told me, as long as you keep it real, I ain't got nothing to tell you, Brown. And I'm going to keep it real. Trump about to smash the black race.
All right,
and
Reverend Brown, Brother Tavares, I'd like to invite you to do a show with us, brother. I really appreciate you. See,
please do, brother.
Perspective.
Anytime you say the time, I'll be there.
Yes, we definitely going
thank
to
you,
do it.
brother.
We're definitely going to do it. I'm going to call you and give you a call later on. I appreciate you giving the show a look.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much. Reverend Brown, I want to go in that caller, and the other caller who was on the line, please call back. Please call back. One of the things I want to say, we got to celebrate, it's Black History Month, so-called. Let's celebrate Black History 365. I never was a person to cater to that so-called February month. Is all the time. You know, we need to talk about the 1811 slave rebellion out there in your neck of the woods in New Orleans, south of New Orleans. That was so profound. Matter of fact, the powers that be fail to mention that all the time. You have a right as a human being. Human rights, Reverend Brown, use the word trumps everything. If I'm being oppressed to the point of genocide in my community, I have a right to rise up and slay my oppressor. And that's what they did in that 1811 slave rebellion. Here in Iberia Parish in South Louisiana, we had a NAACP branch that was ran out of town by the powers that be. I talked briefly to the new chancellor of Southern University. At that time, he was the chancellor of Southern Law School. we asked him about the research along with Brother Keith Beauchamp about when they were going to come out publicly about that almost a genocide in the sense that they ran the NAACP out of town. They probably killed one or two of the NAACP officers and got rid of all the doctors and lawyers. It was a white school board superintendent and a white racist Sheriff Ozine. Nothing been talked about in history. We have an African-American History Museum in New Iberia. I'm wondering if they're going to have posters about that. So I'm just giving an example for my audience in South Louisiana here on AOC Community Media. These are the things that these people are trying, Jeff Landry, Clay Higgins, Donald Trump, Elon Musk are trying to do away with. And when we have those young agents come and tell us we don't know what we're talking about because we scared of the people, they need to go and study stuff like that.
Yeah, and Jay, don't forget Charlie Kirk of Turning Point USA. Don't forget Steve Bannon. Don't forget that crazy dude at Fox, Sean Hannity.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't forget these people. And don't forget that they are agents. They are not agents. They just ignorant Negroes kind of lining pockets. Omar Johnson and the rest of Islam. I hope that somebody nationally see this program and go back and say, there is a Negro in Louisiana named Raymond Brown. He is letting people know that y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of sellouts and y'all love that money so much. You talk about, oh, I'm for Pan-Africanism. Oh, how can you be for this when you let the white man get elected who gonna take and crush the black community? Who gonna suffer the most if they get rid of food stamps right now? Right now. Who gonna suffer the most?
Well,
if they get rid of first security checks? Huh?
Who
gonna suffer the most if they get rid of Medicaid and Medicare?
Why we have shortfalls in our community when people can't have access to the right type of food because the system is based on that. And don't get me wrong, the young agents are right, but it's the approach. If they are trying to kill us with the food, they're trying to kill us with the medical help. They're trying to do all of that, but we have to have a different approach, a new and dynamic. And I'm looking at the Republicans and the conservative rev. Look how they talk. They talk down to everybody. We have people in Lafayette, so-called Black Caucus, call a press conference. They want to invite the mayor to speak at their own press conference. They want the white mayor, who's a conservative. I'm wondering, and I'm saying this, I hope I don't get in trouble, if my brother Vincent Pierre, I wonder if Jeff Landry don't call down there to Mayor Blanco, Mayor of Lafayette, and say, look, Blanco, you got to get rid of that DEI, and he's a Democrat too, you know. I'm saying that in jest, but I hope it's not the case.
Well, you know what, Jay? You know what, Jay? Whoever fund their campaigns, put money in their pocket when they're running for office. To get elected in Orleans Parish, it takes you $300,000 to become city councilman. It takes you $2.5 million to run for mayor. Who fund all that? Blacks don't. The white man funded. Republicans come in, they donate money, and they put whoever they want in the mayor's seat. Mr. Oliver Thomas, he said he was running. Now he's saying, let me look at it. He backing up because of Elena Moreno.
Well, Rev,
I got a lot of respect. Wait, let me see this. Hold on. I got a lot of respect for Elena Moreno. Tell you why. When they were putting problems, holes in the walls, rats and roaches and all kind of stuff, black leaders had a chance to step up. That lady went down there and demanded that they fix these apartments up. What happened to the black leaders? Helena Moreno, have a lot of respect for her. So when they say, are you going to vote for her?
Is she black?
If Oliver Thomas don't step up, yes.
Rev, no, if she black, Moreno?
She's Mexican.
Well, okay. What is happening? We got Cantrell, who I'm hearing bad, negative stuff about her, Mayor Cantrell. She's closing up to Jeff Landry and all these people want to build more.
No, she not.
Lock more people up.
That's not the truth. That's not the truth. What's happening is that all of them get money from the white man and from the Republican Party. Every one of them. So nobody can criticize nobody.
And all the cities in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Shreveport, have changed the complexion of the people in office. Baton Rouge, actually, Brother Darrell spoke on that. How can you lose half of your city to St. George and for all white supremacy haven, much like Youngsville going to be later down here? How can you lose half of your city, and then you turn around and you lose the greater part of Baton Rouge to a white Republican who going to bring back the Brave Cave and everything else? Hopefully not. Shreveport lost the mayor. Okay, this is what's happening. We are handed righteous in this righteous situation, and we fumble the ball every time. Ronald Green is one of the situations that could have transformed things.
Look, Brother Jay. I can deal with any one of them. I like Oliver Thomas because we grew up together.
Right.
I know him when he was working with Jim Singleton. Then he wrote be city councilman. Not he's city councilman again. My thing is, I think he'll make a great mayor. The problem is, they don't want to give him no money to run. I'm gonna tell you, the whole problem is, they can raise him $500,000. Look like they get to 500, they can't find no more money. They need $2 to $1.5 million to put on a mayor race. Because you know why? Because your opponent outspend you and buys up all the endorsements. They buys up all the media and leave you running around trying to scrape for change. And white folks is not going to vote for Oliver. Okay? They put it out there straight. If you mean your color, Jay, you can forget it. And if you think like me and you really can forget it.
And again, and we started off the conversation about, at the end of the day, not one black politician in the black caucus can use these words right here or being used on national media. Now the national media, some of them is, capitulating, signing deals with Trump and paying payola to Trump. The national media from CNN to CBS, ABC, all of them, even MSNBC, all is trash now. Independent media is taking the place of it, right? So I'm saying not one black politician in the state of Louisiana I could hear could come up on any one of the platforms say, we're dealing with white supremacy. It's almost like a scary word. It's like putting a cross on a vampire. They will not say that to you. They'll say it privately. But white supremacy is the order of the day, and they got more white people using the word white supremacy than black elected officials. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but let me say this, Jay, it's worse. You've been through a lot right there because I know you've been through a lot with these so-called civil rights leaders right there where you at. Oh yeah, I know now. Don't me start calling out names.
And I don't want
attacking you
to join the NAACP
attacking you
because they
no, that's what I'm saying. Attacking you.
Fighting before the election. You should have been fighting for something. You should have been down there in New Iberia trying to help prosecute Sheriff Louis Ackle. But we got people who say you hold a grudge, you bring up things, but yet why we keep repeating the same thing? Because we don't put those people in check who sell out our community. You know, the South Louisiana NAACP group, not all of them, like good people. We went to a Sharpton national reunion in Memphis back in 2008, right?
Convention,
I'm not a fan of Sharpton, but I respect what the good people in there who are trying to fight. They got good people want to fight within the NAACP. Good people want to fight within other groups. But we have leadership who are selling us out. Let me make this clear. We got leadership, And in South Louisiana, we got leadership within the NAACP are selling us out. And nobody wants to join groups that sell the community out because they could see, a blind man could see what they're doing.
Exactly. Look, Jay, I'm going to tell you, man, I'm getting a lot of feedback out of the way it coming from from people.
Turn you down.
No, Jay, from people printing stuff on my Facebook page. They see it, Jay. That's what I'm talking about. We're getting the good feedback from the community. Listen what I'm saying. I would debate anybody. I'm just hollering now. And I'll sit down calmly like a nice little Christian and I'll debate anybody, word for word. The biggest problem we face is black people who think they for black power and they're not. And they're not. They get with these racists, Jesse Peterson, who is a sellout. They get with Alex Jones, who is a racist. They get with all these people and they don't criticize them.
Right.
Okay? And all I'm saying is that, but they can criticize black leadership like Kamala and many of them. But guess what? They going into the white man's pocket. And you know what? They're going to self-destruct one day. These people is embarrassing the Nation of Islam.
Right.
Willie Muhammad is sick of these brothers in the nation going places, saying things, and getting with white supremacists, and then they come back acting like, oh, the minister allowed me to sit there. Yes, a lie. Many of y'all going out on your own and y'all getting on these podcasts, a racist, conservative podcast, and y'all saying the wrong stuff. You don't talk black power no more when you're with them conservatives. Oh, black people must do for themselves, and we are this, we are that. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan taught us that we must do for self, and that the black man must control his own destiny. Okay, that's good. But when you go on white podcasts, you sit there, and you don't speak like that. I thank God for Brother Ben X Muhammad having changed his position. I thank Brother for Derek Muhammad having changed his position. I can call their names out. I thank God for Willie Muhammad having changed his position. For some of you brothers in the Nation of Islam, you brother, Rizal Islam, and many of you, you have sold the black community out, and you can't blame Farrakhan for it. I'm quite sure Ishmael Muhammad, who is running the nation, he is bringing y'all in saying, brother, you sounded good, but brother, you embarrassing us. You embarrassing the Nation of Islam. And I don't care who you is.
I want to segue in this part. We got a few minutes left, maybe 5 minutes left. One of the things I want to bring up is y'all have, well, in your area, I'm not trying to give away your location, in New Orleans, Louisiana, where you hail from, there's the Super Bowl this weekend. The thing is this. How many opportunities have the black leadership, because this stuff is serious, what's going on. You know, when they go take your mama's social security number, that's a serious thing, people like Elon Musk. And you know, some people say, well, Brother Jay, the system got it anyway. Well, the whole point is when we got a person who's telling you what he's going to do with it, how he's going to hurt the community with it, well, we should be more than and enough worried about what can happen under these fools, these clowns that run in government now, right? So I'm saying the Super Bowl would have been an excellent opportunity for the so-called black caucus to stand up and take a stand, because long as they could exploit the black blood, sweat, and tears on the field, running that ball, making that money for the Louisiana, and Jeff Landry could sit in the press box up there with all these sellout Negroes and white racists to watch Negroes run the ball up and down the field. I'm a sports fan, but I'm keeping it real. Would it have been an excellent opportunity for the black caucus, those elected officials who vote 100% of the time with Jeff Landry on some things? Would it have been a great time to make a statement and say, look, do not come to New Orleans. Do not
say something.
Spend all your money. Do not enrich a state that's already poor, because nobody out southern of Louisiana.
Let me say this here,
outlying
brother.
areas will really help, because Jeff Landry
Brother
and the
Jay.
Trump-like mindset wants to cut everything, and why should we entertain them and enhance their pocketbooks? That's what
True.
it's about. I had to make
So
that
I want to
diagram.
say this. I want to say this. There was a black sister in the FBI stood up and spoke during the terrorist attack. All Republicans came together and say she should not be speaking for us. There was not one black leader in New Orleans, not even our Congressman Cleo Fields or Congressman Troy Carter, didn't catch that. Because see, that's what you call Louisiana delegation. Break away from delegation and become independent in your thinking, that you can challenge the racist status quo. Dr. King instructed us to go up against immoral laws. He instructed us to speak out against injustice. We are not following in the footsteps of King anymore, of Malcolm X anymore. We are sellouts. And you know they're not following in the footsteps of Farrakhan. You know that. But what I'm saying is that, Jake, you are right. But anyway, I want to give out this information.
Yeah, I
on
want to tell us how to reach you. Tell us how to support you.
Okay, on February, I'm letting them know, on February 28th, from 6:30, I'm going to be at Thessalonian Church of God in Christ in New Orleans, Louisiana. My number is 504-906-6285. I will be the guest speaker, and I will be bringing out some key issues. I don't holler like this here all the time. I'm kind of like a little emotional today. But anyway, that's my number. Or you can go to my Facebook page, Raymond Brown. You're going to see me with a tie on and the same white shirt. And I want y'all to know that I'm serious about struggle. I'm serious about organizing our people. And Trump, you must go. The white supremacist movement must be defeated at any cost. Peace and God bless you.
Well, yeah, Reb, I really appreciate you, and we're going to be checking you out down the line. We really appreciate it. Please, people, support AOC Community Media. Check us out on the Open Line Radio Show live in the studio tomorrow, AOC Community Media. Hopefully we have a great guest on tomorrow. Check us out. Until next week, stay safe.